My name is Maor, and today I would like to talk to you about something that you've probably heard 1,000 times, but maybe didn't really sync with it. And that is following the path of least resistance. Following the path of least resistance, and I'll give you a few examples, is pretty much like saying, I accept reality as it is. I'm not arguing with reality. For example, the simplest example I can take is if you're going out and a few minutes after you went out, it started raining. Following the path of least resistance will to go back to the house and bring an umbrella. Okay? I know it sounds kind of a weird example, but if you didn't bring an umbrella and now you're actually resisting reality, and maybe you are going to go and you're going to go completely soaked and wet, and you're going to curse the moment that you decided not to go back home unless you really like enjoying the resistance. Another example, for example, will be to make your life harder. Why are you making your life harder for yourself? Why do you keep all these limiting beliefs? Why do you not believe in yourself? Why are you putting yourself down? That is the path of resistance. Why are you writing checks that your bank account cannot cover? That is a path of resistance. Do you understand? Following the path of least resistance is like when a log is in a river. It just flows. It's like when a flower blooms and blossoms and grows. It's like when a tree grows. It's simple. It's just not understanding that you have this path of life, and life should just flow. And when you have a resistance with a specific person, for example, then you feel that something is not working out and you're hanging on. A lot of this happens in relationships. We are finding the path of resistance when we are staying in a relationship that should no longer exist. A relationship sometimes has a certain amount of time that it works for us to learn certain lessons and then to move on. And some relationships obviously last forever. But you already understand what I'm talking about because you already had relationships that didn't work and you already went through the path of resistance with them, and then eventually it exploded. It had to go from love into hate. And these are like the romantic relationship types. But this can happen with family, this can happen with colleagues, it can happen in anything in life. So in that case, the path of resistance is staying in the relationship or not even taking a little bit of time. Another thing is in our life, in our jobs, with our friends, there are certain people that don't accept us as we are. And when we're beginning an argument with them about who's right and who's not right, obviously everybody's right all the time because the universe can be experienced with a multitude or different ways of looking at things, then that is also a path of resistance. When we're beginning an argument that will just not give us any pleasantness and tranquility, we are resisting. We are not accepting reality as it is. When we have this smile in a meditative state and we say, wow, everything is perfect, even though I know I'm working on myself, I am perfect. I'm not resisting reality. I'm not trying to hold reality down to my own terms, under my own conditions, understandings, frames of understanding. I understand that reality is perfect as it is, and I'm less resistant to it. Meaning, if I look at the television and the news and always victimizing myself and always saying, oh, this is so negative, I'm resisting reality and I'm not in acceptance of the perfection of the creation, you can say. So following your own path of least resistance is usually the path of the soul. Meaning, when you begin to see that you're resistant to something, try to work it out. Try to see what the path of least resistance is in that particular scenario. You can begin to understand what I'm talking about because when you're resisting, then you're struggling. When you're struggling, according to Buddha's definition, then you are in some way suffering. It's not physical suffering, but it is the opposite of understanding who you truly are and the origin of your source, which is light and non-resistance. And when you're following the path of least resistance, you will see that other things tend to work themselves out by themselves, simply because you're not resisting, you understand them. I'll give you another example. When you have a problem and that specific problem has a solution, focus on the solution. But when you have a problem and you see that you're always thinking about the problem and there is no solution, let it go. Wait, just let it go. Don't overthink it. Don't think about it all the time because you're just victimizing yourself. And the path of least resistance will eventually show you a solution for it. It will be solved. You just have to let it go. So sometimes the path of least resistance will be just to wait. Don't do anything about it, wait. But don't think about it too much. Be in the present moment, do whatever it is that you need to do. Don't think about Thursday when you'll have to pay a bill that you can't, or somebody expected you to do something and you eventually won't be able to help them with that. Don't think about what is going to happen in the future. Stay in the now. Be in less resistance. I hope I explained myself well. There are many other examples I can give you. I try to give different ones to try to pinpoint simple ones, more complex ones. I think you understand already because you know everything. So my name is Maor. You're welcome to join my website or my workshops around the world, www.maor.com, or simply enjoy all the videos I put up on YouTube. Namaste.